Liverpool versus Queen's Park Rangers, 3 p.m. kick-off on Saturday afternoon in the Premier League. We'll start by looking at Liverpool. There's been lots of talks of the new Liverpool and the team that are going to challenge for the title eventually. But every time those sort of talks come along, a poor result is around the corner. I don't know what's going on with it. I mean, they've actually won 2 of their last 7 games.
Yeah.
Which, if you just looked at it on the surface, you think, yeah, Liverpool are playing well. They've lost, they've won 2 of their last 7.
Yeah, it's a real case of inconsistency with them. When they beat Chelsea, they go up against teams like this. They've got the players and they do look like a strong side, but
they lose at Fulham.
Draws with Swansea, and draws at Norwich. This, like I said last week, when they got a draw at Man City, that was a really good point, but they still lost ground in the Champions League race. Now they've lost to Fulham. That's another. They've lost huge ground in the race.
5 points, I think.
Exactly.
Top 4.
You can't if you've got ambitions of getting the top 4. You can't afford to drop points on that regular basis, and they're really going to feel the effects of that. Now, I think they're going to bring in some more players in January, so that might help the cause, but it's still got to gel together, so that isn't a cure.
The thing is, Liverpool fans would look at a team like Chelsea, who have been, crisis has been talked about, a really bad run of form, but they're 5 points ahead of Liverpool.
Exactly. I think that's got something to do with different expectations of where the club should be.
Exactly, yeah, true.
And you see it down the bottom with Bolton and Wigan and how the expectations are managed against Blackburn and whatnot.
Okay, Queen's Park Rangers, they've last 3 games, 1 loss, draw, and that probably sums up their season a little bit. They kind of don't know what to expect from QPR. They did lose at Norwich, which was disappointing for them. They've got Manchester United after this game, so they've got a tough couple of games going into the busy Christmas period. Adel Taarabt hasn't been involved. I heard a QPR fan on the train when I went to the Norwich game. He was saying how he doesn't understand how he's not involved. So like someone like Sean White-Phillips has come in, the fans have seen his name, but has he done anything? Not really. Taarabt almost individually got them up. So where is he and what's going on?
Well, the thing is, because obviously he came from Spurs, everyone knows he's a brilliantly technical player, he's got all the gifts in the world, but in the Premier League you can't afford to have one guy roving around doing what he wants, not fitting a formation, doing his part. And that's what he's facing.
Is that not one of the main reasons they came up though? Because they based their team around him?
Yeah, it was, but in the Championship you could get away with it. I think I heard Neil Warnock say that there's been numerous times where in the Championship where there was a couple of games where he just sulked and didn't do anything, didn't want to be on the pitch. And you can't afford to have 10 men in the Premier League, you can't justify that. So I don't blame him for leaving him out. But QPR, as you say, they're very disappointed against Norwich. Would have wanted to get more points against West Brom. As you said, Manchester United coming up, they really should have looked at this.
They've got, I think, a massive game at home with Sunderland as well. So
exactly. So they would look to have got more points leading up to Christmas.
Okay, so we'll go for a prediction on Liverpool versus Queen's Park Rangers. Liverpool have been a bit inconsistent and they've drawn these type of games this season, but I think they'll win this one 2-0.
Yeah, I think it'll be 1-0 Liverpool. I think they'll get a 1-0 win.